Some historians say that maybe I did the most amount of America's Cup racing. I started sailmaking in 1972, 50 years ago. I never put my sailing career number one. I always put North Sails number one. And I used my sailing career to try to make North stay number one. The guys at North are so talented, and nobody says ever that this can't be done. When I was 16, maybe 17, I was a sailing instructor on Cape Cod, and I met a man named Jack Fallon, and he introduced me to Ted Hood, and Ted Hood was very nice to me, and he wanted to take me on the America's Cup boat that he was campaigning at the time. The skipper was Don McNamara. Ted Hood was so careful about everything he saw on the sails and the trimming and everything. It really inspired me, and it was then that I wanted to grow up to be a America's Cup sailor and be a sailmaker. And in 1979, I sailed on a boat called Love Machine, and it was owned by a very nice man named Dick Hoken. After 2 races, we were winning the SORC. Dennis Conner came up to me after the end of the second race, and he said, "Hi, I'm Dennis." He said, "Where are you going?" And I said, "I'm going home for a week." And he said, "Good, I'll go with you." And he got on a plane with me and told me all about his America's Cup campaign. And the big surprise was he asked me to be his trial skipper. He said that his guys liked me and whatever, and he thought I would be a good inspirational guy to make the other boat go as fast as it could and give him good competition. When I went to race to try to win the America's Cup back in 1987 in Fremantle, Australia, I decided to go to work for North. Going to work for North was very interesting. I've always had this saying that you should never stop teaching and you should never stop learning, right? And I really feel that. And I feel that if you don't keep recreating yourself, you won't be better. You know, we allow our guys to go to the America's Cup because they come back full of ideas and full of inspiration and full of passion, and they're better, and they've learned so much. And by the way, they can teach us. There was a book wrote by a guy named Jack Welch. He wrote a book called Control Your Destiny or Somebody Else Will. And I think that our best America's Cups with Dennis were the ones that we had more control of our destiny. And I've always tried to create that at North. Have a good culture. Corporate culture is really important, but corporate culture in an America's Cup team is amazingly important. My career was great in the America's Cup. I learned so much. I learned a lot of things about life. I learned a lot of things about running a business. We had freedom, we had liberty, we had stars and stripes, stars and stripes, stars and stripes, stars and stripes, stars and stripes. Ended up winning in 1987, and that was very exciting. We had a ticker tape parade in New York after we won, and we went to the White House and saw Ronald Reagan, and we got a key to New York City, and we were all famous. And the America's Cup is only, pick a number, 40% sailing and 60% a game of life. You work 2 years, and it's just as easy to lose as it is to win.
America 2 is out of this America's Cup.
And the biggest lesson for business that I learned was learned from the America's Cup. Disciplines, you know, it's the developing the team, it's picking people, it's embracing people, it's motivating people, making good decisions, spending your money wisely. Those are the lessons I learned that I think have made me an okay businessman as well, and motivated me to make North what I think it is today. And I'm a student of the sport, and I'm a student of the technology part too. Remember that for North to be the #1 sailmaker, it isn't just the size we are, and it isn't just the people we are. It isn't just the technology we are, it's all the things together. And look, every boat has picked our gear. Our mission's to be the best, to make a sail, but to care about making the best we know how to make.